Hey, what's up guys? I am back again with another brand new tutorial in Black Ops 6 Zombies, and I'm going to show you guys how to get this new operator skin for Maya, which is called the Trophy Collector, and you can obtain this by completing the main quest in Terminus Island. So we're going to get started, so please make sure to drop a like and subscribe, and let's get right into this tutorial. Now, before we get straight into the tutorial, there are a few tips I need to give you before entering throughout the boss fight. One loadout, there are some equipment you can use throughout the boss fight, such as field upgrades. I use Healing Aura, but you can unlock it at level 33. But then there are tacticals, I use decoy grenades, and for lethals I use Semtex, but when you get into the game, it is mandatory to craft monkey bombs in the workbench. Now for gobblegums, here are the 5 sets I used during the Easter egg playthrough. I use Killjoy, Near Death Experience, Raindrops, and Nowhere But There. Those are the 5 gobblegums I use, but there are OP gobblegums that you can also use throughout the boss fight, such as Prickaholics, Phoenix Up, Idolize, and more. They are only meant throughout the boss fight. So without further ado, let's begin this Easter egg walkthrough. Now, the basic step through this Easter egg is turning on the power. Now, when you start the power, you have to make sure you don't let the zombies get close to it or they will destroy it, and you will have to spend another 500 points. So here are the 3 locations: 1 in spawn, 2 it's in a house near Juggernog, and then the last one is in the bio laboratory. Now once you turn on all 3 of the powers, you can now be able to turn on the Pack-a-Punch, and it will be lifted up inside the bio laboratory. Now, after you finish opening the Pack-a-Punch room, we're gonna begin getting the Wonder Weapon parts throughout the Easter egg, so let's get started. To begin, you have to craft a dead wire mod for your weapon. It costs 500 scraps, and when you get it there's a cargo lift in the front of the Pack-a-Punch. Activate it behind it as soon as you start to go up to the surface. There is a window with a power box. As soon as you see it, you must shoot it with your dead wire gun, and you'll create a power outage inside the box. There are multiple power boxes in front of the house where you can shoot it, and it'll lead into the secret room where you can craft the Wonder Weapon. Now, as soon as you reach into the secret room, there is a crafting table with the missing parts of the Wonder Weapon and a computer that you can activate it. Now, there are some codes that we need to solve, which I will show you. Also, on the left of the secret room, there is a zombie that is lying on the floor underneath the capsule, and you can shoot it, and when you shoot it, it'll drop a little item that you have to pick up that's also part of the Wonder Weapon. Now, the next thing you want to head over to is near the satellite buildings, and once you go inside, there is a briefcase with a zombie hand, and you want to interact with it, and it'll open, and it'll have a resonator that you want to pick up that's also part of the Wonder Weapon, and they will spawn in a bunch of fucking spiders, so you guys want to be careful with that. And it was pretty crazy too, so I would run away from it, or either that, just kill them. Now, after you pick up the resonator, you want to go back to the secret room, place it on top of the computer, and it'll drop some sticky notes of the symbols, and you'll be able to interact with it, and it'll show on 3 types of numbers that you have to interact with. And in order to get those 3 numbers correctly, you'll want to go back to Dr. Peck, and you have to bribe him with 5,000 essence, and he'll give you those 3 codes for free, but they always will generate randomly, so it will never be the same. Now, after you bribe with Dr. Peck, there will be 3 codes appearing on the TV, such as 51, 47, and 11. Like I said before, all the numbers are randomized, so they will not be the same. Once you type in those codes, you will be able to unlock it, and you have to kill the last zombie, and you should be able to complete it and grab the resonator. Now, the next step is you want to bring the resonator across the island. There is this one little area with a sparkling orb where you have to go to and place the resonator there, and you have to collect zombie souls, and as soon as you kill the zombies will drop a sparkling orb. You pick it up by holding X or square or any other keybinds, and you want to place it inside that sparkling orb, and you have to do it at least 3 times. And after you do it 3 more times, it'll start moving to a different location, and you'll want to follow it. Now, people will probably be confused if this requires any ammo mods, and it does not require any ammo mods at all. So you don't have to use any specific type of ammo mods like Brain Rot or Dead Wire or anything else. Now, after finishing the sparkling orb, the next one is going to be Brain Rot, And like I said, you don't need any brain rot ammo mods at all. All you have to do is place the resonator there, and there's going to be a brain rot that's going to be shooting against the zombies, and you could be able to get the zombies killed, and it'll drop one of those brain rot orbs. And you can do the same thing like you did with the sparkling orbs. You just bring it back to the base, and then boom, you have to do it 3 more times, and then it'll go to a different location. There are 3 different ammo modded orbs, and you don't even need an ammo mod at all. Okay, the last area of the orb is located in the bottom corner of the map, and it's a little island, and it's carrying a dark ether spore, and you want to use that resonator to place it there, and then you can have to kill zombies, place the orb and put it there, and then you have to do it 3 times, and that's how you'll get the last item. Now, after you completed everything, you will be granted an amp munition, and you'll pick that up, and you'll go back to the secret room, and you'll be able to craft the wonder weapon. Now, after completing the wonder weapon quest, we now have to get the parts for the Easter egg. So starting first, we need to use this wonder weapon to head into the bio laboratory, and we will have to find a trap with all those tentacles, and in order to find those, you have to find a open vent. Not a closed vent, but an open door vent. Once you see it, you activate the trap, you use the wonder weapon, you shoot the mouth, and it'll drop a hard drive, and you'll have to pick that up. Right after you pick up the hard drive, you want to go back to spawn, and you want to bring it to Peck, and then he'll give you this dialogue, and after you listen to his dialogue, he will tell you where Maya's brother is, and he'll be located in the bio laboratory. Now, when you hit the laboratory, you'll see this big machine in the center, and you want to hit the middle, and as soon as you see it, there will be a interaction. You can hold X, and it'll show Maya's brother, and you have to listen to the dialogue. Now, right after you're finding Maya's brother, there's an interaction keypad that you can activate, but there are 3 codes that you need to get in order for you to open it. Now, there are 3 locations where you can find the numbers at. Number 1, back in spawn, on the right hand side, there is going to be a barrier that you can go to, and behind the doctor's cell, there is a clock. And on the clock, you will see numbers, and you want to zoom in with your gun, but you want to focus on the small little line. You don't want to focus on the red and the black long lines. Don't look at that. Don't get too confused about it, but only focus on the small line on the clock, and you'll see it's reaching number 3. So the first code is actually number 3. Now, as you continue yourself further to the right hand side, there is a lounge that you want to go into, and what you will see is that there is another board with a bunch of papers and notes, and underneath that there's actually a little card that has the numbers on it. So the second code I see for the card is number 8. Now, the last location is set in a little workshop garage, and it's near the generator room. Once you go in there, you will see a little sign up ahead, a yellow sign, and on the left it'll show the number, which shows the last code, number 8. Now remember, all these codes are randomized, so none of this will be the same on my screen. Now, after you write down all the numbers, you want to go back down to the laboratory, enter the keypad, and put in the numbers, which is what I put, 388. Now, like I did say, numbers are randomized, so just to be noted that. So once you get in there, you will activate the first boss fight, and just to let you know, this one is a little bit complicated, but it's not that tedious. So you want to prepare yourself with some good gear, at least get a double play and pack a punch 1 or 2, and also get your guns to at least either blue or purple, whichever works for you, by doing some trials. That way you can start getting some good stuff, as well as getting some streaks. Now, after you finish typing in the codes, you and your friend, to go onto the sides of the machine in the center, and there are 4 valves in total. Now, I only did it with me and my friend Meg, and then you can also do it with 4 people if you activate it at the same time. There is a valve, you want to hold X on it,
You want to interact with it, and then at the same time, you guys want to do a 3, 2, 1 countdown. And as soon as you do that, it'll activate the whole system, and then it'll start right into the boss fight.
Now, the boss fight is a little tricky, but it's not too tedious. Now, in order to kill this first boss fight, you're going to want to start shooting at his head, glowing head around his body. But the problem is that he always likes to start generating his health by eating zombies. So avoid having the boss near zombies. Have your friend do crowd control on the zombies. That way he doesn't heal himself. And you always want to start running around in circles, keep rotating every time, and try to get close to him as near as possible. Just keep shooting him constantly without having him trying to eat zombies, because or else he'll just keep getting health after health, and it'll be so annoying. That's why I do recommend you getting a good gun, like a high recommended pack-a-punch gun, at least to level 2, and at least a purple tool.
Yeah, try not to get too close to him, because if you do get close to him, he will try to grab you, and he will do tons of damage to you. It's like a mimic, but this time he does a lot of damage on you, so you want to be careful. If you don't have a plate, and he will literally grab you, and you will go down. Just to let you know about that, because it is very, very complicated having to deal with that if you're too close to him. You want to be at least a couple feet away from him as much as possible, and you want to try to shoot his body with all those glowing heads. You want to clear all that out, and that's how you will defeat him.
Now, after you defeat him, you'll be given a first cutscene, and that's just half of the Easter egg, because we are close to the actual final boss, which I will show you after this cutscene.
It hurts. It hurts. I've got this.
Wait! He's my little brother. My responsibility. This is on me.
Do it. Maya, I'm so sorry.
Save it, Beck. I don't need sorry right now. I need to get even. Whatever else we do, we're gonna kill everyone responsible for what they did to Nathan. Got it? Especially that syndicate trash Franco. Who sold him to Modi for his sick experiments.
I am many things, but sick is not one of them.
What the hell?
Oh, I've been watching your progress from my sub. Frankly, I'm amazed you're still alive. But let's face it, you are never getting off that island.
You are fucking dead, Modi! I don't care how far you run, you'll pay for what you did to Nathan!
And for everything you put us through these past 6 years!
And you're giving back my goddamn warheads!
I don't think so, Dr. Beck. I'm just counting the minutes till you're all torn apart.
We are gonna get her. Right?
Abso-fucking-lutely.
Now, after defeating the first boss, you want to go underwater, and on the right hand side, you will see a glowing key card that you need to bring. You want to pick that up, and as soon as you pick it up, you want to go to the ship, and underneath the ship, there will be a little small hatch. You want to climb up the ladder, open it, and then you'll enter in a little small room, and you'll see 2 big nodes, or 2 big nods that you want to carry. So after you carry them, you'll be stuck in a room, and you have to kill all these zombies in a minute. You have to stay in a room together, and you want to clear them all out as possible, try not to get yourself killed, and you have to be prepared for what's gonna yet to come.
After you kill all the zombies in the room, you want to collect the nods and you want to bring it back to the island. And there are locations that has different circuit breakers, and you want to place those nods in between those breakers. Now, there are different locations, not two, but there's multiple locations around the map, You can find them either near the boats or either that one in the caves on the left hand side or in the mines.
Now, after you finish those 2 nods in those pipelines, you want to go back to spawn, and he'll be given a dialogue for Pack, and it'll take a while for him to finish talking. He'll be giving you a hacking device that you need to use in the water. Now, there are 3 satellite dishes in around the water across the island, and you have to keep you have to get a boat to ride around it, and we want to hack all the systems.
Now, after you begin hacking the antennas, you are going to be given 2 minutes to hack all 3 of them. And if you don't complete it, you have to do it all over again. So you have to hack the systems. But the problem is that the worm is going to be, I would say the hands of the worm or kraken, whatever you call it, will be chasing after you. And you have to use the boat and try to get to the antenna jammers as much as possible. And you want to hack all 3 of them, and then everything else should be good. Now, after hacking the antenna jammer, there will be a doctor that will be talking to you, and you would want everyone down to meet at the bio laboratory and prepare what's going to happen. She's going to set out 3 bombs that you had to defuse around the laboratory. You'll have 4 minutes to defuse it, and if you don't defuse it, that means it could immediately end your game. So make sure you and your friends protect each other while defusing the bombs. After you defusing all the 3 of the bombs, you are now ready to enter to the boss fight. Now, to enter through the boss fight, the final boss fight, there's a little open door and it's light up green, and everyone's gonna be voting for yes, but we all need to be prepared for the worst because this boss fight is not gonna be easy at all. My advice to you, for everyone else, I highly recommend you, and I would say it's actually mandatory. You need to upgrade your gear to a maximum of tier 3 Pack-a-Punch and have a legendary ether tool. Make sure to max out a 3-plate armor, and make sure you max out all your perks and get all your friends that have the same gear as you. And my advice is to bring monkeys as your lethal, and kill streaks, save it on the final boss, because this will not be easy because there are about 4 phases throughout this boss fight. And this is how I'm going to show you how to defeat the final boss in Terminus. Now, in this final boss fight, there are some orbs that you need to shoot on the Kraken's body, which is aka Patient 13. So on his right shoulder, there is a glowing orange orb on his body, and you have to shoot at it, and that's how you lose health. But it'll take some time, so if I were you, when it comes to zombies doesn't really take that much damage towards you in during this boss fight, so you don't have to worry about it. Just focus more on the boss than the zombies. That's my advice to you. So when you're running, just rotate. Don't let the Kraken hit you in the center, because he could guarantee you bounce you off the map and get you killed at an instant. That's what happened to me, and it sucked so much. I lost some of my perks, but thankfully my teammates rezzed me and I kept some of the perks that I had, which more was like, it was all important that I needed.
Now, this boss fight has multiple phases and multiple weak spots. So it's not just the shoulders, but it's also either in the mouth, the eyes, or his legs. But that depends on the phases that you're in. So the first phase is actually not that bad, but when you get into the second phase, it'll get a little bit harder. And my advice to you is just to continue the routine that I'm showing you. Keep the rotation going. Just like keep running around. Don't freak out that much, because like if you do panic, you will like get overwhelmed and you will not be able to complete this boss fight. It's all about communication and teamwork, because without communications, you guys are not going to know what you guys are doing. You guys will freak out, and then you guys will die immediately, and that you guys are not prepared. That's why everyone needs to be prepared of what they're going to expect to fight in this boss fight, because there's a lot of shit going on in there. So you will have to continue the routine, and as you continue the routine, there will be another phase and another phase, and you have to shoot all the tentacles in the back from behind, and you have to wipe those out. That way they don't shoot those spores at you, and they don't have to get you killed.
Now, as soon as you get into half health, you'll be in the third phase where he's going to have tentacles coming out of his body, and you have to shoot those yellow glowing spores all around his legs or his freaking arms, and it's huge too, so you want to continue focusing on that. And be careful on the rotations. Don't let the other mangler zombies try to chase after you, just like me in the corner. I almost got myself trapped in there, so you guys want to be careful. And then now, like, you want to clear all those like big arms, those tails around you, those cracking arms, as you can see in front of you, all around in the back. You'll have to shoot all those spores to clear them out until the next last phase shows up for the boss. Now, after you finish shooting the Kraken's arms, now you're in the final phase, and now his weak point is going to be through his eyes. So that's why I definitely recommend you saving all your gobblegums at the end, because he's going to go all in with the lightning strikes. So that's why you want to stay behind one of these machines or boxes, that way you have cover. It's like similar to the boss fight in Horizon Drawhawk in Black Ops 3, where you stay behind the pillars, but this is like the same thing. So now you want to focus on shooting the eyes, because that's his weak spot. Shoot all those glowing eyes, and it will start to pop out, and it will start to lose damage as well. It will start to it will literally start to lose health, and every time when it does those electric charge, you want to stay behind the wall, or either that, try to be in the water, but you want to be underneath the water, like underwater, sorry. Now, after you clear all those lightning strikes, now he will be in his weak spots. Now you can finally continuously shoot his shoulders until he is no more, until he is dead. Finally, continuously just keep shooting his shoulders. He'll still have his lightning strikes, but be careful though. You don't want to get too bunched up in the corner with a bunch of freaking zombies in the way. So just keep shooting the eyes, focus on it. Don't worry about the zombies, because like I said, it still doesn't take that much damage, but all the radiation and all that stuff, you don't have to worry about it, because luckily our teammates clutched up with like literally bringing all the good stuff, so you should definitely be good. So like we continuously just keep shooting the eyes, and now we're at the stage where we keep shooting the shoulders, and as soon as you shoot the shoulders and he is very low on health, he will finally, it took us at least a couple of tries to finally defeat this Kraken, and oh my god, it was a truly pain in the butt, and we finally defeated him. And oh my god, it took us literally hours on the first day of completing this Easter egg. It was not easy, and we finally did it, and I loved it so much. And I can't believe Treyarch went all in with this boss fight. Congratulations to them. Big props also to them. And oh my god, we finally completed this boss fight, and now you actually unlock the reward after this. And I was truly speechless of how many hours we put into this, and it took us such a long time to process the amount of Easter eggs to solve and the amount of work we had to go through, and it was not easy. It was not easy at all. And that's how you complete the final boss in Terminus. And that's it. You finally completed the Easter egg, and you unlocked Maya's trophy collector skin in Black Ops 6 Zombies. You finally finished this tutorial. Thank you for tuning in, and I hope you guys enjoyed. Comment down below your Activision name if you guys need help to complete this Easter egg to get this skin. I will definitely help you. Just all you guys got to do is comment down below your Activision name. That way I can help you complete these Easter eggs in no time. It'll take a while, but you guys will get at the end. I can't wait to help you guys to complete the Easter egg and to give you the rewards you need. If you guys want the skin, like I said, comment down below your Activision name. My Discord is also in the description below. Please join it if you want rewards in the future. And thank you guys for watching, and please make sure to drop a like and subscribe, and I hope you guys have an amazing day, and I'll see you guys in the next video, and have a great day, guys. Peace.
Okay, Sam. Whatever your plan is for bringing back Maxis, it better be good.
It is. I have scraped all Project Janus files classified Director's Eyes only. Richtofen is obsessed with an ancient relic called the Sentinel Artifact. He believes it has the ability to manipulate a form of protomatter called prima materia.
You can't be serious. The term comes straight from medieval alchemy. Don't ask me to believe such horseshit. I am a man of science.
As is Director Richtofen, Dr. Strauss. The artifact is believed to be somewhere in the Principality of Avalon. He hired a criminal organization, the French Syndicate, to find it. They are interrogating a man called Gabriel Kraft. Your former associate, Sergei Ravenov, now employed by the Syndicate, abducted him on the orders of his boss, Franco.
I'm in.
Enjoy your revenge, young lady. I'm not chasing after an old wives' tale.
Oscar, we've all seen things that seemed impossible. And Richtofen is no fool. If he and Sam believe that this artifact can actually bring her back, we have to try. We can't give up on her. She never gave up on us.
She's right. Let's see for ourselves if this Sentinel thing is the real deal.
Agreed. But I still want to know where that bastard Richtofen is hiding.
Unknown. He may be en route to Avalon to collect the artifact.
Then let's find it before he does.
Heads up, people. Helo's ready. But the storm's getting worse. We gotta go, now!